Not see the thick stripe across my eyes.
No, I mean designs other than the stripe.
Design?
Weapon Let's finish this.
You're gonna have sand everywhere by the time we make camp.
Yeah.
What in Remergon's 10 frosty balls are you doing here? How did you even find this place? Well, I don't smell his rumstick flop sweat on the wind, so he can't be nearby. He must have sent you to do his dirty work. Go on then. Try to kill me. I know that's why you're here. You might not. But Nagunu? He's been trying to kill me for years. The man's obsessed. Oh, we robbed him. Well, Koa and I robbed him. Taue just stood around while we did it. Not sure he even noticed. That's funny. Now tell me what he really said. What did Taue and Koa say to that? Naturally. Taue never saw a boot he wasn't keen to lick. And Koa? He's gotta be out of his mind. Well, my answer's the same either way. No. I'm sure he put on a good show for you. And Shit, maybe he really is lonely. But I have no doubt he's been up in that little lighthouse of his in Thirdborn plotting our demise. So no, I won't share a drink with him, and you can tell him I said so. I knew it! Hold on. How did you find out? That's just his style. He's too much of a coward to come after me directly. Well, there's no fucking way I'm sharing a drink with him now. You mean poison him instead? Yeah. Yeah, I see how that could work. He doses our drinks, you switch the cups, bam! But how do I know I can trust you? My gut tells me you'll say whatever you need to get what you want. And in the end, you'll do whatever you feel like anyway. So no, I can't trust you. This was a clever idea, but it's not gonna happen. So long, Envoy. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. What are you... What are you...
You should see how people around here talk to their enemies.
Fragment of the very stars. Perhaps one of the blacksmiths could make use of it.
fellow traveler. Nothing to peddle here. Sorry, got to be on my way. Former merchant, even I know my limits. Thirdborn has the Dream Scourge. Ugh, terrible. I'm leaving, and you should too. I tried to tell them my vapors would protect their minds from the change. They wouldn't listen. See here, that is a grave thing to accuse a person of. How'd you like it if I implied you were poisoning people? You sound like the people of Thirdborn. What kind of fool do they take me for? I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. Now, I've got places to be. Ingrates.
Hey, you there. Got some interesting wares if you've got coin. Good. Looks like you're still in one piece. What can Ihaka get for you? I've built up quite a collection over the years. I've got an eye for quality and a knack for finding it. Sure I have. But I like it out here. It's quiet. No prying eyes to bother me. Everyone in the Living Lands is running from something. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. You bet that, do you? I'd gamble with you anytime. I used to have some of the quickest fingers in the Deadfire. Jewels, letters, artifacts, there was nothing I couldn't steal. And it all caught up to me. I had to run, but, well, you try lugging this with you. I barely made it here alive. I take a dim view of worldly possessions these days. I don't need them. It's the hunt I love. Besides, what if I have to leave again?
Bravo! They're coming! On the right!
Show me what.
Another soul for the wheel.
Look, unless you know where the whetstone for my scalpel is, can you go away? This is a pristine specimen, and I've been looking forward to this all day. So hurry along. I'm not one to share, no matter how nicely you ask.
Hajime and the Tiranui will never find us here.
Greetings and salutations, traveler. Welcome to our shop. Still a work in progress, of course. But once you stop being blurry, we can get to business.
Oh, I'm fine. It was just a little giant spider. It barely came up to my chest. It probably wasn't even venomous. The bite's not even that itchy. Oh, damn. I thought we got them all. Sorry about that. I'm sure I'll be fine. Really, it sounds like you worry too much. Really? Daiko sent you? Can I ask just what he expected? Did he think sending a messenger would make me forget what an ass he is? What gave that away? It's just like Daiko. Now that I've done all the legwork, he just wants to swoop in and take half of everything. He's always been like this ever since we were children. Clearly, I'm the more industrious brother. Couldn't you tell? I know we don't look alike, but...
You're the same. I don't know if it's due to your birth or your soul, but it's obvious to anyone with eyes.
I thought that since Daiko and I were twins, we'd be similar enough for us to not fight. Guess I was wrong. Fair enough. You know what? It doesn't matter. As long as I get paid. Preferably more than Daiko. Here's the package you wanted. That'll... Whoa. Couldn't feel my head for a moment. Oh, that'll cost you, of course. I'm fine, just a little woozy. It'll pass.
Aiko, did you forget the pitch again?
No, of course not. Our lovely customer just loved it so much he wants to hear it again. Our wares are locally sourced and only harvested from those who have been humanely put down.
He means we find dream thralls who are already dead.
Only because we're too scared to kill him ourselves.
My friends, our client must be bored by such details.
I want to crumple into a little ball and forget the last 5 minutes.
Aiko, out of all the schemes you've cooked up, this is by far the dumbest.
Just inhale the substance sharply through your nose and it's perfectly safe. Probably. Shortly after, you should see visions beyond your wildest dreams.
Sea blossoms, fields of stars. What does he know of how we dream?
Now, about payment. Wow, that was easy. Wait, could I have charged more? Damn it. Oh, and be careful. It's supposed to be an especially potent batch. Tell your friends, the friends not right here with you, I mean. Actually, before you go, am I the only one who just lost their vision? Oh, I don't feel so good.
Oh, shit! Is Aiko dead? I told him that spider bite wasn't supposed to be the size of a melon. Didn't I, Shizu?
Yes, Kauka, you did several times.
Several times? Now I'll have to find someone else to let me dissect bodies we find. Ugh, that'll take forever.
Hear me out. What if we throw caution to the wind, sample the goods, and never speak of this again? Interested?
A breeze. The mind proceeds with unclouded eyes and sees the truth.
You've already got a god in your head. No drugs are gonna top that anyway.
Never had a chance. Protect the envoy.
Over here!
That'll show him. Let's finish this.
Let's see what you can do. One for you! Another win, but who's counting?
Who needs fabric? We still have stock.
Oh, you're back. What do you want? Wait, was it an elf and their two strange friends?
You sound like you've heard this before.
Oh, they're very well known to me. Thanks for letting me know, Envoy. What did you even get from them? Sure, whatever you say. I wish this was the dumbest thing these two have done. I think they were born tricksters. They certainly found their fun at my expense growing up together. Our parents had to step in more than once to get them in line. Guess it just never took.
I almost forgot you three grew up together. Almost.
Didn't you know? The twins are my brothers. Though I guess I can see the confusion. I do take more after my mother. I'll have to have a talk with them, especially now that Aiko and his friends won't be allowed back in town. I suppose it was only a matter of time before his stupidity caught up with him. Well, seems like I have to thank you for letting me know. I'll just add it to my to-do list. I should check in on Daiko, too. I hope he's not crying. I never know what to do when folks cry. Here, we hand these out to the kids from time to time. Makes them feel good about helping. I'll take the drugs from here. So again, thank you so very much for helping the community. Have a nice day. Really? Which one? One less thing for me to worry about. Thank you. Enjoy your skates. One less thing for me to worry about. Thank you. Enjoy your skates. One less thing for me to worry about. Thank you. Enjoy your skates. One less thing for me to worry about. Thank you. Enjoy your skates. Oh, wait. That's everything off the board, isn't it? Good job. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go pass out. Okay.
If you're looking for the captain and his crew, they're upstairs. Mind taking these drinks up when you go? 2 straight rums, and 2 from the captain's private reserve. Ah, the godlike hero.
My favorite envoy! Thank you for bringing us back together. I only regret that dear Runga couldn't join us, but she was always a shy one. Break through that shell of hers and she does like to talk.
Yell, mostly.
I miss her. Oh, but I nearly forgot. Did the bartender send you up with our drinks? It's not a reunion without a toast.
The captain promised us an aged rum.
I can't have much. I get queasy.
Excellent, excellent. Here, envoy, a little something from my travels all those years ago. May it bring fortune to your journeys too. Now, make a toast for us. Give us all something more to drink to. To old friends.
To times gone by.
I wish Rwanga were here. Just let me drink.
Drink. Drink!
Who could have seen this coming?
Oh, my. What's happened to Koa?
I think he's dead, boss.
Dead? Why, this is tragic. Oh, it must have been his rum allergy. It always goes straight to his head.
I'm weeping myself silly.
It was a toast to remember, envoy, but I'm afraid I must look after my friend now.
I believe the captain just made us unknowing accomplices to a crime.
I'll never forget what you did for me here. Oathbinder bless and keep you.
The oasis belongs to us all. Enjoy it, brother.
Careful with that.
It cannot be a god. This is preposterous.
Yes, but have you seen what has passed before? The most preposterous things are always true. A god unbound to us. What does it feel? What does it think? It fascinates us.
It is not one of us. We must be sure of its intent.
Intent. Action. We do not hear a melody in this god's motives. It is a neophyte, plinking how it will.
Am I to believe it is ignorant of its power?
Even a child at play steps on ants in the garden.
Just this once, I wish you would make sense.
It may not reach beyond its own soil.
If we cannot quantify this god, we cannot be sure that it will not challenge us one day.
Parry before the lunge, then.
I will not act now, but I will watch and wait. I will not brook another Wodika, from outside or within.
Odds. I could roast a Ballarok on the energy coming off this thing.
This village has felt the touch of death, or something worse than death.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's locked. I thought that was obvious. That doesn't bode well. We should find the key in the laboratory.
Drink lots of water, or in a few hours you'll feel cannon fire in your head.
Next one's mine. Behind it! Come and get me!
Another soul for the wheel. Burning!
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Messy equipment, contaminated samples. This is no lab.
Right. Who's going first? There are worse things to find at the bottom of the well.
You hear that? Someone is in terrible pain.
Never had a chance.
Oh, no, you don't!
Behind it!
Good fighting.
Awful. These things shouldn't be caged. They should be laid to rest.
Innumerable blossoms, each with its own cry, crying through me.
We made an oath.
We can do nothing for them.
We're damned.
Unseen, unheard.
Who are you? What do you want from us? Gods take me. You're a real person, not a dream thrall.
That's a fallacy. Dream thralls are derived from real people, you idiot.
Ignore them. Are you the envoy, by any chance? We've heard rumors of your coming. We're asking you, clearly.
We're naturalists who created a small settlement here after Adir ordered us to study the crystal spiders of the living lands.
We should have fled. The local adherents warned us this venture was doomed, but we ignored them. Then some of our people became afflicted.
We sequestered the infected away. But one of them turned in the night, causing a fire that swept through the area. We came to this cave, saving who and what we could with Captain Wingar's help. But he said we needed to kill our affected companions. The Steel Garrote is very clear about whether Dream Thralls can be permitted to live.
Gods, I wish we never had.
We originally came here to study the spiders, but when our colleagues turned, we had no choice but to take on a new field of research.
We thought we could save them.
Our experiment results do not hold much promise, to say the least.
How can you speak so clinically? My brother, your husband, is one of them.
I'm a pragmatist. We need your help, Envoy. Kill the Dream Thralls for us. That way Wingar will have no reason to turn us away.
Are you a fool? The Steel Garrote won't care. They'll kill us if they know we're alive.
Not if the Envoy euthanizes the Dream Thralls for us.
You're joking. Those are our friends, your husband, and my brother. No, just ask Wingar for provisions. We only need supplies. I know he has provided for us before, but we need more. We're too hungry to think straight. Once we have the right provisions, we can decide what to do next. Please, think about this. My brother is one of them.
Better they die than us, you imbecile.
Oh, shut up. You're a cold-hearted monster. I don't know what my brother ever saw in you.
Rest well.
Well? It is done then. This miserable chapter is over. Halfor would have preferred we made a breakthrough in our studies. But at least he's at peace.
I envy his peace. The Steel Garrote will hunt us forever.
If we had better provisions, we'd at least be able to hide out here until the Inquisitor's attention wanders.
No, just put us out of our misery.
She doesn't speak for us, Envoy. Kill her if you must.
You've doomed us, Envoy. He'll just tell the Steel Garrote, and they'll flay us.
You whine too much. We'll go to Eagle's Reach. Hopefully you won't prove our friend here right.
We owe it to my brother to do something with our lives, I suppose. Can't conduct our studies if we're dead.
I don't think I could do what you do. Too many unknowns.
But that's what makes it interesting, dearie.
But you can't...
Seeing Capo like that was hard, Envoy. He'd just given up, and we let him do it. He still had time, and he should have held on to every minute of it. For Chico's sake, if nothing else. You helped me come to terms with losing Tama. I just worry we've robbed Chico of that chance. Maybe so. And about Capo's secret. I'm glad you shared the truth. I didn't think I would be. But after dealing with my past, it'd be a shame for the people who knew him best to miss such a big piece of him. It'll be a shock, but the people who knew Capo will come to terms with it, without forgetting the man they knew. Shake the sand out of your bedroll before you settle in.
Oh, Envoy, might I steal a moment of your time? Well, it's the waiting that makes the payoff so delicious, don't you agree? Look, I lost more research than I'd like to count. But Fiora and its people are safe. That's what matters. Thank you, Envoy. I don't know how you managed it, but whatever you did, you averted disaster. That being said, your ambassador is going to get an earful, and possibly a fistful, next time we're in Paradise. That's what happens when you're the breadbasket of the living lands. Sometimes things get stale. At least we were able to get everyone to safety. Though with everything happening in Thirdborn, safe might be relative. At least I know Temerity will keep an eye on them. I think she knows what'll happen if she doesn't. I know, and she knows. Let's leave it at that. Long enough that I trust her to do her best by everyone. You see, Emerald Stair has Naku Tedek. For a young and aspiring godless scholar, it was a godsend, if you'll forgive the pun. And, as a young at heart godless scholar, I've traveled outside the stair to other ruins. That's how I met Temerity. Thirdborn's close to Naku Kubel, and a girl's gotta eat sometime. Yes, why did I choose to settle down with a gorgeous scientist who loves me? What a mystery. I still go out often. I've catalogued many ruins, but there are always more. And coming home to a warm welcome is lovely. You should try it sometime, darling. Brilliant, Envoy.
You don't have to be an animancer to enjoy the pleasure of their company.
Exactly. Thank you, darling. Even with the stunning lack of animancy in my life, I marched into town and everyone fell in love with me. Oh, part of it is my sparkling personality, of course, but a larger part of it is time. It's hard to hate someone when they drop by your lab with lunch after you've forgotten to eat again. My mother always said that the way to a man's heart was through his stomach. Guilichi and I got together the old-fashioned way, though. I saw a beautiful man across a smoky tavern. Then I dazzled him with my delightful personality. Then he showed me an abandoned ruin outside of town, and I was hooked. It's not a fairy tale, darling. We've been happy for the most part. Any rough patches got smoothed over well enough. I only thought about killing him once or twice. He's probably thought the same a bit more. It's hard to believe that things have changed so much recently. Any sense of safety just went poof. It makes you wonder how everything will turn out. Right. The city can be replaced, but not its residents. Thank you, Envoy. I feel a little less frazzled. I've got a lot to think on. Talk to you soon? Try not to have too much fun without me. How can I help, darling? We've been traveling together for a little while. I just have to know. Did you purposefully choose such colorful company, or is that just what you attract naturally? I mean, I'm very clearly a delight, so it's obvious why you let me stick around. But Kai's hiding a lot behind that humor of his, isn't he? Thinking that that could be Quilici in me is not something I want to think about. And Marius, I don't know what's lurking in him, but I do think he should speak to someone on it. If he reaches out, do try, will you? As for Giada, well, clearly Giada is a gem. As for me, well, I'm just as riveting as you, but the boys are giving me a run for my money. You've got the thorn of a secret god inside of you. I think your uniqueness goes without saying, my dear Envoy. You do strike me as a people person. Tell me, do you get along with all you meet? So, you'll be swarmed by well-wishers then, upon arriving home? And here I thought I had a wild youth exploring ruins. You might be putting me to shame, dearie. Quilici is quite good at knowing when to be sweet and when to be sour.
Yatsli, that's my surrogate father you're talking about? Spare my imagination, if you please.
Oh, you knew the risks when you came over uninvited, darling. It's on your head. Well, you've satisfied my curiosity. You know, Envoy, we've traveled enough that I think I've gotten a handle on your style. Style of fighting, I mean. Your fashion sense is more opaque. I could probably teach you a thing or two, if you're up for it. What do you say? How about I show you a little bit of everything? What? Out of breath already? Talk to one of the boys. See if they can help with your stamina, dear. Well, I've taught you all I can. Let's hope you put it to good use. I wish we could have done more for them. Capo and Chico, I mean. But if I were in his shoes, I hope I'd make the same choice. Though I'd like to pick a more fun way to die. Exactly my point. I can only hope that at the end I have some control over things. That I can go out as Yatsli. And don't you forget it. But it gives you something to think about. I mean, not everyone gets to come back like you did, Envoy. Well, that's all I had to say. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Unless there's something else you want to chat about? How can I help, darling? These sudden changes in climate always mess with my coiffure. Does Adir have good fur maintenance products? Do you have a contact for that? Unfortunately, your clumsy countrymen ruined my entire stock of ointments when they were trying to burn my house down. And I'll remember that comment. Truly, just a good long brushing through all my fur alone would do wonders. I've got some time before we see Quilici again, at least. It'll give me time to find something to remind him of what he's missing. In life, you make your own entertainment. I enjoy scandalizing the small-minded when I can. Quilici and I got used to the stairs early on. Thankfully, at least in Fjord, those stopped eventually. After 30 years, it's hard to still be surprised by us just drinking at the Magpie. Oh, she was still young. Quilici offered to help her study for and prepare her thesis as a favor to her parents. She was over day and night for months, and, well, now she's family. We adore her. All things considered, it's hard to complain about my life in Fjord. No, of course not. No one is perfect, but I forgive him many vices. Like, he sleeps with his socks on.
Right. How do you suggest we keep our feet warm at night? Light little fires between our toes?
You're too sweet. As much as I enjoy our little chats, dearie, we should really get going. Oh, but if you do end up finding any liniments, be sure to help a girl out. Well, I suppose you've earned that much. And I do enjoy rewarding tenacity. Though between your dreams and mine, it's a wonder anyone gets any sleep around here. You remember that I nearly burned my family home down when I was young? How do you think I got this scar on my shoulder? I could have sworn I told you this before.
That old chestnut gets more interesting every time she tells it.
No matter. To make a short story shorter, I decided to teach myself magic as a child and started with fire magic. I maimed my arm and nearly turned my home into ash. Anyway, my parents were able to stop me before the home was completely lost. Small comfort to my parents, of course. Well, shortly after all that fuss, the dream began. It started at first with a fire. Just flames, crackling, and a feeling of safety. I thought it was a little weird, but nice. But then the dream kept coming back, night after night. I learned more every time. I saw that it was a fire in a hearth, and that hearth was in an old library. I assumed it was a library, at least, to explain why there were so many tablets lining the walls. Oh, everything from dry historical recountings to treatises on agricultural techniques. No romances, though. Whoever filled the library must have been allergic to them. No, never actively. I had read them all previously, if that makes any sense. That's actually how I learned the Akedan language. Just woke up with that knowledge. Which is very useful when you can find no written records. In the library, there's just one person, but they're wearing a hood, so I never see their face. They do the same thing every night. They curl up in a chair by the fire, hold a tablet to their chest, and then the fear comes. The paralyzing, all-encompassing fear of something. Just the noise. A low, deep banging starts, and it rattles through your bones and shakes you to your core. And it replaces the beat of your heart with this droning on and on and on until you forget every other sound you've ever heard.
A beat. Steel feet on the shore. They come by night.
And then, as it just gets louder and louder, and right before it gets there, I wake up.
You've been listening to too many of Giada's ghost stories.
And let me tell you, waking up in a cold sweat does nothing for my fur. How sibilant. No, just that it's all-encompassing. It's strange. I've not told many of the details of my dream. I suppose I must like you quite a bit, Envoy. Don't let it inflate your ego too much. I suppose we should try and get some rest now. I'll have some tea ready for when we awaken later. Do you think those Adirans were onto something? Or were they onto something before you ended their studies? Do you think they could have cured the Dream Scourge? Dearie, the best science has a little danger attached. I just hope we made the right decision. I suppose you're right. But we missed an opportunity to learn more, and we won't get such a chance again. I hate to see it slip through our fingers. Had you left them to their own devices, who knows what we would have gained. A cure might sound far-fetched, but what if they found treatments for the Dream Scourge, and even other ailments? But our loss, I suppose. Well, that's all I had to say. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Unless there's something else you want to chat about? How can I help, darling? Careful what you wish for, darling. So, the Godless, or the Akida, as they called themselves, were the original folks who lived in the Living Lands. They arrived on the shores of a new land and settled there, living with the land instead of trying to tame it. You sound certain. Well, that would align with my own findings. But how could you know that? Does that happen a lot? Well, sounds like fun. But dubious metaphysics notwithstanding, you corroborate my theory. The Godless are so singular. Their art and architecture, you never see it in Rawatai or Ishamatal or, well, Adir. But in their artwork, they reference escaping, fleeing, seeking refuge, so they must have come from somewhere. My guess, they originally came from Yesua. Yesua, a continent, cut off from the rest of the world, hidden by eternal storms, one of the 3 hubs of the Angwithan Empire. 10 years ago, you could say it wasn't real, that it was a dream, but they said the same of Ukaiso. Suddenly, the appearance of a mythical land doesn't seem so implausible. There was some kind of schism, an ideological one. From what I can glean, the Godless were staunchly against the gods, hence their name. There are even some not-so-kind murals of the gods. It seems like the Godless really took their anti-theism seriously. I know! Well, I think we've covered everything, don't you? Rather, as much as I think you'll withstand. Hope you enjoyed talking about this as much as I did, dearie. How can I help, darling? Tired already, Envoy? Well, I'll see you in the morning. How does one become